Right now, Nuburu, trading under the ticker BURU, is at $0.3014, and it is having an absolutely brutal morning, down about 13.5% on the session. We're seeing massive volume, already over 15 million shares traded just minutes into the open, which is staggering when you consider its 30-day average volume is north of 260 million shares. This isn't a typo. This is one of the most heavily traded, volatile names on the entire market. And that's precisely where the expectation versus reality gap begins. The common perception, if you've just heard of this company, is that Nuburu is a high-tech industrial firm, a specialist in blue laser technology. The expectation is that you're looking at a ground floor opportunity in a cutting-edge field. But the reality, when you look at the price action and the filings, is that this is no longer a laser company in practice. This is a high-stakes, press release-driven story of a corporate transformation, a complete pivot into the defense and security sector, all while balancing on the edge of a financial cliff. What we're witnessing isn't a simple investment, it's a speculative gamble on a total reinvention. Many people looking at their Robinhood or SoFi Invest app see a stock trading for pennies and think it's a cheap lottery ticket. They see blue lasers and think of advanced manufacturing, e-mobility, and 3D printing. That was, in fact, the original story. Nuburu's technology was designed to solve a real problem: welding, copper, and other reflective metals, which is notoriously difficult for traditional infrared lasers. This has huge applications in building battery packs for electric vehicles, for companies that are competitors to Tesla stock, and in advanced electronics. That's the story everyone thought they were buying into. But the market action today, this double-digit drop on heavy volume, tells you to ignore that narrative. The reality is that the core laser business has all but evaporated. The company's most recent quarterly report showed effectively zero revenue. It showed an inventory impairment, and most critically, it carried a going concern warning. That's language auditors use when a company is dangerously close to not having enough capital to survive the next year. So, if the original business isn't functioning, why is the stock trading at all, let alone with volumes that rivaled mega-cap names like Apple stock or Nvidia stock on a relative basis? The answer is the new narrative, the transformation plan. This isn't a subtle shift, this is a complete teardown and rebuild. Nuburu's management, including a new dual CEO structure, is aggressively trying to turn this public shell into a defense and security software platform. We've seen a dizzying string of announcements. At the end of October, Nuburu announced it had completed the first phase of its acquisition of Orbit, an Italian company to build out a defense and security software platform. Just days before that, it announced a strategic alliance with Maddox Defense to create a joint venture for next-generation drone technologies. This is the entire bull case. The company is raising capital not to build lasers, but to buy other companies in the defense space, hoping to stitch them together into a viable entity. This brings us to the recent stock movement, which has been nothing short of a roller coaster. This is not a stock for an individual brokerage account that you check once a quarter, and it certainly wouldn't be found in a managed product like Schwab Intelligent Portfolios. This is a day trader's paradise and a long-term investor's nightmare. The stock has seen massive dilution. Shareholders have been diluted by almost an unbelievable 1,793% over the last year. This is what happens when a company has no operational cash flow and needs to fund its existence and its new acquisitions by printing and selling new shares. They just completed a $12 million public offering in September. That cash isn't for R&D on lasers, it's to fund this new defense strategy and simply keep the lights on. The stock recently faced a delisting warning from the NYSE American Exchange for non-compliance and only just regained in mid-October. This volatility is a direct reflection of this tension. Every press release about a new JV or acquisition is met with a surge of speculative buying as traders on platforms like Interactive Brokers try to ride the momentum. Every subsequent filing that reveals the true financial state, the $111,000 in cash versus $47 million in liabilities, and a deeply negative total equity, is met with a wave of selling, like we're seeing today. This is a classic story stock, but the story is changing by the day. Institutional ownership is almost non-existent, sitting at around 1%. We're not talking about Fidelity or major Fidelity mutual funds holding this. The largest holders are index funds like Vanguard and Geode, which are required to hold it as part of an index, and their positions are tiny. This means the stock is almost entirely in the hands of retail traders and short-term speculators. The short interest is also significant, as many are betting that this transformation will fail. This creates a tinderbox. The high volume is a mix of hopeful longs, short sellers, and high-frequency trading bots, all fighting it in a sub-$1 stock. If you're using Fidelity investments for your retirement, perhaps in their Fidelity ETFs or Fidelity IRAs, this is the polar opposite of that strategy. This is pure, unadulterated speculation. Let's talk about that business model, or what's left of it. The original Nuburu blue laser technology was genuinely interesting. By using a blue wavelength, it could weld copper with minimal spatter, a huge deal for EV battery production, consumer electronics, and even aerospace. But the company failed to commercialize it effectively. It was burning through cash with little to show for it. Now, management has basically taken that original asset, the blue laser IP, and is attempting to license it or contribute it to JVs, while the parent company, BURU, becomes a holding company for defense assets. It's a complex, almost convoluted strategy. They are trying to leverage their public listing to acquire assets, a common move for companies in this position. The question for anyone looking at this stock is simple. Do you believe this management team can successfully integrate these new defense companies like Orbit and win contracts in a highly competitive new industry, all before the cash runs out again? This leads us to the future outlook, and it is a starkly binary one. There are two very clear opposing paths for Nuburu. The bull case, the one that the high-volume traders are hoping for, is that this defense pivot is a brilliant success. The scenario is that the new JVs, like the one with Maddox Defense, land a significant government or NATO contract. The Orbit acquisition provides a stable software revenue stream. The company uses its stock as currency to roll up a few more small profitable defense contractors. In this scenario, the dilution stops, revenue appears on the balance sheet, and the stock price, currently at $0.30, looks like a historic bargain. This is the expectation that keeps the speculative hope alive. This is the what if that drives people to use self-investing platforms and take a shot. Then there is the reality of the bear case, which is frankly much more probable given the financials. The reality is that the company has $111,000 in cash and $47 million in liabilities. The going concern warning is not a suggestion, it's a flashing red light. The company is entirely dependent on its ability to continue selling shares in the open market to fund its operations. At some point, investors may lose faith in the transformation story. The new acquisitions could fail to generate meaningful revenue. The integration costs could be higher than expected. In this scenario, the dilution continues, the company is forced into a reverse stock split to regain compliance or avoid it, and the share price effectively trends towards zero. This is a very common outcome for companies in this exact situation. This is not a safe investment. This is a high-risk trade. Many investing sites will highlight the potential, but few will hammer home the risk of a total loss. The next major catalyst will be the upcoming earnings report, expected around November 13th. This will be absolutely critical. Investors will not be looking for laser sales. They will be looking for any scrap of revenue from the new acquisitions, any update on the defense JVs, and most importantly, the cash burn. How much of that $12 million from September is left? How fast are they burning it? any guidance, any color on contracts will send this stock flying or crashing. This is why you see the insane volume. People are placing their bets ahead of that data point. Many are probably doing this on the Fidelity mobile app or the Robinhood app, given the stock's low price and high volatility. It's accessible, but that accessibility hides the extreme danger. So, as we watch BURU struggle this morning, down at $0.30, the story becomes clear. We've moved far beyond the initial promise of blue laser technology. That expectation is long gone. The reality is a corporate shell, a zombie SPAC, if you will, that is frantically trying to acquire a new reason to exist. It's a bet on a management team's ability to execute a complex turnaround in the hyper-competitive defense sector, all while funded by a day trading public that could abandon it at any moment. Comment below with your thoughts on this. Do you think Nuburu's defense pivot is a brilliant turnaround or a desperate last-ditch effort? In summary, the narrative you're told about Nuburu, the one about blue lasers and e-mobility, is a ghost. The reality is that this stock is a financial instrument, a vehicle for a high-stakes bet on a complete corporate reinvention. The stock